Hello, welcome back to Desert Dogs Garage and Metal Works. My name is Harry. I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a good day. I got to get Dean up here on this lift again because wife took him out the other day, took him on the road, was doing pretty good, and I was even on it, and went to hit the brakes, and there's no back brakes. Yeah, so I don't know, it's an old master cylinder. I'm sure that the gaskets and the seals inside it are pretty bad or old, and they're brittle and just bypassing fluid. I got it pumped back up again. I did bleed it after that, and I came back in and pushed on the brakes, went whoo, right back down. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get a kit for it and rebuild it. I'm going to try to rebuild that first and keep an eye on it, but that's one thing I got to do. The other thing I got to do is on a video where I took it out the first time on the road for the first test drive after I got it running. I noticed kind of a growling in the front end. And I thought I attributed it down to all these cables and that, because this fender is I thought maybe I could hear that. But after we're riding a little more and checking, I'm like, and this is driving me nuts. So I'm going to tear the front wheel off, check the bearings. I don't know, maybe they need grease. I don't think I'm going to replace them is what I'm going to do, because I always do. I replace the wheel bearings on my bikes every single time I do a tire, new tire. So that's around 10 to 15,000 miles. I don't care. Bearings and seals, that's pretty key to me, and then we can keep an eye on the bolts. That's, yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get into it, whether I finish this one today or not, but I'm going to give her hell. So, all right, so stick around and we'll see what we got going on. So maybe we can learn something. All right, well, I'm all set up here. We're going to have to take the floorboard off first. Can't get to it till I get the floorboard off. So we'll get this out of the way. Two bolts hold the floorboard on. It's not a pivot, so it pivots up and down like this, so that most people know that, but some people don't, because it's a lower center of gravity, and you go around the corner, that thing will kick up instead of take your ass out. All right. All right, get that one out of there. One. Now the other one should come out pretty easy. All right. Floorboard is off. Okay, now I think I'm going to take the cover off first. Let's check and see what we got here. This snazzy chrome cover. Take these bolts right out of there. Cover over there, bolts over there. Pull that cap off. Pretty sure there's fluid in there because there's nothing leaking anywhere. Yeah, I did put fluid in here before. Yeah, there's fluid in there. There's plenty of fluid, so it's not leaking from anywhere. So it's got it. The only thing in between here and there is there's a brake light switch back there. That's not leaking. I've seen them where after they're older, it's an old hydraulic brake light switch. When it applies pressure, pushes in and makes a contact and turn your brakes on, your brake lights on. But it's not that, because I've seen that. I'm pushed hard on it, nothing's squeezing out of there, nothing's coming out of the back, so it's got to be just bypassing there. What else can there be? So what I think, looks like there's a cotter pin down there. If I can get that sucker out of there. Yeah, well, might learn a few new words here. Yep, might. You ain't gonna see this on camera. shit. Get me a screwdriver. And a little pair of needle nose. Alright, screwdriver and a little pair of needle nose. Now, get back down there and see if I can see that. I don't want to take this exhaust off. I don't have to. And I got to torque everything back up. I think I can just drop this thing here. I might be able to get that. Squeeze that pin together. Voila, cotter pin. So there now, it should just pull right out. Alright, pin, the washer on it. Okay, let's take let's get the master cylinder off there first. 7/16 here, nope, 3/8. 3/8 on the line. Get my little cup there. Alright, line is off. She's dripping oil. Now, 1/2 inch. Let's see if we can get that right out of there. Speed wrench. Speed her up a bit. Alright, got one on the back too. There we go. Pull that bolt right out of there. One more and she should come right off. A bolt. Washers. Okay. So I'm going to have to get that brake pedal out of there too, because I think they're easy here. There we go. It's out of there. Oop, she's a shooting. There we go. Now she come right out. There we go. I'm gonna drain fluid. All right, she's out. All right, I'll turn this a little bit, but I want to get on that front wheel and see about them bearings in there. So set that aside. All right, well, I got it up in the air. I got the front end up off the air, and I'll show you how I do that on this specific lift. So what I do is I take me a wheel chock. That light's kind of in the way. But I get me a wheel chock and I put it right behind the rear wheel. And then I'll take, I got these little loops right here. I'll take a strap and I'll run it to the back of the wheel chock on to the other side. And then I'll also, so I'll get that tightened down so that it stays tight under the wheel. Otherwise, if I put these on, I put them up here to the foot pegs and it gives a backward tension this way to this pin. Now, if I don't do this part, right here and put this in here, it just wants to push the bike back. So I put a wedge under here, which is just a big tire chock, strap it to here so it holds it tight under the tire. Then I pull this back and that holds it that way. Then I can unloosen these straps right there, which right now they're taut. But yeah, so these are tight now because I have it up in the air. But after the chock, what I do, I get that all chalked down and then I'll come around this way and what I do is I take a jack and I put it up under here. Let me get some light here. I get a jack and I put it up under here and I take a piece. I have a piece of aluminum flat bar right there underneath the frame and I just jack it up and loosen everything up here. And I take my front, I have a ramp that mounts to here too when I'm chaining it up. As I'm jacking it up, I will loosen this up too, just to get it up in the air. But then I take this and I tighten, I jack up the motorcycle till these get nice and tight. Then my wheel is spinning free and I drop it. I think I got enough. I gotta make this much, I gotta get it down that much, which I think I have, to roll this thing out of here. So yeah, so that's how I do it anyway. I hope that makes sense to you. But yeah, so anyway, let's check out the front wheel and see what's going on there. All right, so let's check this out. So I suspect it's a bearing. Oh yeah, listen to that. Can you hear that? That is definitely a wheel bearing. Okay, cool. Well, it's not cool, but it's cool because I know what it is. I would rather know what it is than not know. So we're going to get this wheel off here. All right, so some of these have these little caps on the bottom. They're just wheel nut covers. They cover up everything. One on this side and there's one over here. It's kind of typical. Just hide your bolts. Put them there. Take the brake caliper off first. Get me a wrench. I might as well bring these over. That'll go over there. All right. Take this brake caliper off. We're gonna get a good time to check out them pads too. I probably have an extra set of pads for this. All right. All right, that should work to drop that out of there. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's loosen this nut. Okay. That up off. He's there. Got two little clamp. There's a clamp here. A couple little 1/2-inch bolts. Loosen that up. Alright, I gotta get me a soft hammer. Soft hammer and a screwdriver. Or Phillips. Get that moving. Pull that right out of there. Alright. Axle. Pull the speedo cable off. Roll that. Yeah, I guess I should have. Alright, well, I got that off. It was a little bit of a fight, but I got it off. And the pads are pretty good. Yeah. See, I got another one I'll put in there later, but all right, let's get this wheel off here right now. Oh yeah. The shim, I can remember that goes that way. All right, so I'm gonna drop this wheel. It's a speedo cable, that has a bushing in it there. All right, so I'm going to get this wheel over on the bench and get it apart and see where the nasty noise is coming from. All right, so got her on the bench here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, listen to that. Yeah, that's fucked up fucking bearing, man. Wow. All right, let me get my tools. Get that sumbitch out of there. So. Alright, pull that race out of there. I got plenty of these. I always keep these in hand. Okay, race is gone. I'll have to check on that, see if that's the same one. But oh yeah, that's not good. Oh no, look at the bearing. Look at that. It won't, that should be shiny. That should be shiny right there. And when I'm feeling down here on this rib, holy moly, on that race, that is just a, ooh, that's a mess right there. Okay, I'm gonna flip it and get this. All right, get that out of there. Yeah, maybe it wants to go the other way. Get this one up out of here. Yeah, that one's bad too. Yeah, them are both bad. Okay. They're so rusty and pitted. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they are rusty and they are pitted. Horrible. Alright, so let's get this, check our bearing number here. They're Timkins, I can see that. LM 11949. And I'm on 194. Yep, same bearing. Good. So they're the same bearings in the rear and in the front. I assumed they were because I don't think they've changed this style for a lot of years. So, yeah, it's the old bearing. And that'll be the new bearing erase right there. Alright, so I had to rearrange because I need a good place to beat on, and actually that's the top of my parts washer. So I brought over my steel bench, so I drink some coffee though. Oh, drink that shit all day. So what I got here, I got my little tool. So bearing race remover and installer tool. What it is, it's this here. Two little piece halves, and they mimic a race, a bearing race. And there's two pieces, they go like this, together, like that. Okay, they're two halves. So how these work is these get set down in here. And actually you can't really see exactly how I'm doing it, but they actually go down in here and they line up with the race, or the race runs right along this ridge right here. The race sets right in there. So I set them in there. Sometimes you think it ain't the right, sometimes you think it's not the right way, that they ain't gonna work, but they work. It's crazy cool. It's actually a really cool tool. So then you flip your tire. Yep, and one will always fall out. At least they do to me. So now, I guess I'm gonna have to put this one in this way. Now I take this, and this has a little pin that goes down in here, and it starts there. It sets, I'll show you as soon as I get it out and find my hammer. I'll show you how they do it. And we get this in here like this, and we beat it right out of there. Okay, get this up out of the way. So that's how that works right there. So like I said, these pieces here, they just slide in the race and they pound it right out of there, just like that. It's the only way you can do it on these bikes. I mean, it's a cool tool. First time I was trying to figure out how the hell am I going to get them out of there, and I thought, you know what, there's got to be a tool for it, and there's a tool. So like I said, after I get that in, that goes right in there and clamps it down, tightens it down in there, and you pull that back out of there, and then these come back out and you have your race, just like that. So there. Now ready for the other side. Then we're out. Oh, come on up here. Like I said, I didn't take that dome off because I knew I was gonna bring it over here anyway. So, all right, so I get my race tool back in here. One in there. Get my other one in there. You'll know what's in there because you'll feel it, and then there, and then that goes, then that goes right down in there, and you tap it out, and that one's out. All right, that one totally fell apart, so we're good there. Okay, now there we go. That's our other race, and that's our tool. All right. So, get all this cleaned up here and then I'll be right back. So, all right. All right, I'm back. I got all my parts and it's been 3 weeks. So, I just ain't had time to get back to this, but I got to get her done. So, I got my seals right here, which are the wider seals, quite a bit wider. They will hold in there better. So I'm gonna install these, and I got the brake kit too. The master, I even forgot all this. The rear master cylinder rebuild kit for this I have, so we'll also put that together. I've got all them parts sitting up there in my parts washer. That's my workbench for now, but yeah, let's get these suckers in here, man, and get this project done. All right, so before I had everything packed and I had it sealed up with some duct tape, I want to kind of clean this a little bit in this seal pocket, just so it ain't gonna come out when it's that wide, but I mean pop out. So that's the one. So let's get that sucker in there, my hammer, and I got my seal driver. That ain't the one I want. Oh, so I'm going to go grab my other one over here. I want to set that flush, and this is only going to get it flush with this rotor. See which one we want. Not that one. Yeah, that's the one right there. That sets right in that hole there. So these ones I'll set off to the side. Get this back in our tool. And we'll drive this sucker home. And we'll be quiet going down the road. Alright, so I gotta feel this. There we go. Feel it going in good. Set. It's in there. That's one. Let's see, yep, I got my spacer in there. All right, flip her over and do the other side. Oh boy, it'll stick that all up. All right, rock and roll. I had these greased from last time too, so should be ready. Oh yeah, and they're good. That grease down to the bottom there. Okay. Clean that out a little bit. All right, get us another seal. Get it in there right. The writing out. That's how they go. The writing on the seal should be out. All right, there we go. All right, seals are in. Good to go. Right, so now got those in. Let's get the wheel on, and then we'll get to that master cylinder kit after this. So we'll be back. All right, well, let's put this puppy on here. Come on, wheel. All right. Get that in there close. All right. Get my spacers here. One spacer goes in there. Other spacer goes is the speedometer spacer. I have to kind of get this caliper in there a little bit. Don't fight me, son. Okay. Line that up. Get that in there a little bit more. All right, there we go. Get that. Spacer is the speedometer, mechanical speedometer. It's set to go. Spacers are in. Not much light in here right now. I can't have that back door open. Fucking, I can't see. You can't see nothing. All right, bring her down slow. Until we get her close. And we'll get back over here. Line these up. Get them. Yeah, I don't want to jam down on them. That's good. Looks like she's setting in there good. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if you they gotta slide down in pretty much. So slide down in, then we line her up. Get her axle shaft ready. Get that lined in. Get that spacer in there. That through there. There we go. There, she's starting. I could get a rubber mallet here. All right, let's see how we are set here. Yeah, pretty good. There we go, just like that. Our washer, locking washer. Get that set, get my torque wrench. All right, got my screwdriver. Now, torque on this puppy in foot-pounds is between 45 and 50 on this old school. So I'm at 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 45, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go 48. Live with that. Put that right there. Just knock this down a little bit. Get it kind of straight. I ain't gonna tighten it all the way, but I don't want it sloppy. All right, so you might not be able to see this here, but all right. One click of the elbow, right? not the elbow. All right, that's good. Now, locked. There we go. All right, well, it's another day, and I'm gonna finish this master cylinder for Dean here. So I'm gonna get to pulling her apart here, and we'll get her on, and gotta get Dean out of here, man. He's been hogging up all the space. He's gotta get his bitch ass out. Come on, buddy. Looks like there's a C-clip here, if I can get a hold of it. Oh, man. Get in there. There we go. All right, C-clip. Get out of there, and then this should pull right out. That's it. It looks nice in there. Oh yeah, she looks fine. Come on, clean that out a little bit. All right, I'll spray a little WD up in there. Just to rinse her out. Yeah, there we go. Let that drain. I'll get it out of there too. I'll go air hose this. All right, blew it out with the air hose. She looks nice and clean. Now let's get the other parts out. A little different style. I think it's the same thing though. That's the new clip. That's that. It's gonna go like this. No, I'm gonna go like this. Like that. That's how she'll roll. All right, we'll put that puppy in there. This in first. Is in there. Get this to go in. Oh yeah, it feels different. It feels better. All right, let's get the clip in. It's the old one. Here's a new one. She's in there. All right. Easy rebuild. All right, let's get it over and get it on the bike. All right, I had to get set up a little bit different here because it's a little bit of finagling here. Finagling, man, that's a word. Is finagling a word? There we go. All right, she's in there. Now, get our washer on there. Get our cotter pin in there. There we go. She's in. Bend that out. There we go. Alright, so that's on. I gotta get my washer back on my brake pedal. My bolt on there. Pull that in. Get these on. Alright. I'm looking for another flat washer here. It looks like I'm missing one. Oh no, they're both here. Alright. Wasn't too bad. I think it was harder taking off. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this rebuild kit works. If not, they're cheap enough and might as well try it. If not, I'll just get another master cylinder. But it should work. I don't see why not. Wasn't losing any brake fluid, but it would lose pressure after time. So I'm going to say that them seals are bad. And after a bit it was seeping right by there. Right by them wipers. Alright, tighten up that brake. So I'll end up checking the back out after a bit, but I got to get this thing out of here because I got a machine coming in. Awesome videos on that. It's going to go over that way. I'm going to rearrange some of this stuff. It's a milling machine I picked up. Like cheap. They wanted to get rid of it because they didn't want to move it. Yeah, they're heavy. And me and my wife moved it. I didn't shoot any of that, but we moved it, loaded on the trailer. It's sitting out there. And yeah, after I get this out of here, I'll have a few videos on that, because Dean's got to get out there and breathe, man. He's been locked up in here, been getting out every once in a while, but not since this, and that's been like 3 weeks ago. I did that last video. So 4 weeks ago. So I got to catch up. So anyway. Ooh, love that coffee. Drink that shit all day. All right. Get our brake line. I'm all rascal. There we go. Tighten that up, get some fluid, and get on the bleeding. All right. All right, finally got this thing bled. Took a little bit. There was quite a bit of air in there. But yeah, she's good and solid right there now. So it feels good. Feels better than before. Before it was real spongy down to the end. You could feel it hit the bottom. But yeah, so I'm gonna get the floorboard on and get this thing gone. Not that I want to, but it's that I have to. All right, floorboards. Get you back on. Oh. Let's go. All right, one. And where are you at? Right there. 2. All right. Get our nuts started. 3/8 and a 7/16. All right. There. All right, one more here. That's good. All right. So, get my mess cleaned up here, and I'm gonna call Dean is out. I mean, Dean will be in here again, and there, and there, and there, and King will be coming in. I get going on that sidecar. That's kind of been a delay, but I got other things pressing. That's going to happen. Still got my bike to ride, though, so it's not a problem. But, yeah, anyway, so that's it for this episode. Appreciate you guys watching and you guys subscribing and thumbs up in this, because it's really cool. I really appreciate the comments. It's nice to talk to everybody about stuff and see what you guys have out there and what you're working on. I sure appreciate you. If you do like this video, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button and that bell notification, because that'll just remind you that I have some new videos up, and it's free, so why not? Appreciate you watching this. So you guys have a good weekend day, whatever it is that you're on to, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.